Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Bridgemaster World Class Edition. We're working on the B series now. Plan to get through B-13 to B-15. As always, I can't promise I'll solve all these world class ones correctly. They are hard, but we'll at least take a good shot at it, and either I'll explain how the hand works or Fred will. So, what's going on here? I mean, huh. We just need to play the spades for one loser, right? Which will happen anytime spades are 3-1 or better, right? If the spades aren't 4-0, we can just win this, cash two spades, and claim the contract. So the question is how to be protected against 4-0 splits. We also have to make sure we don't find a way to go down when they're 3-1, like, maybe you play a low spade to the jack and East wins it and gives West a surprise diamond ruff or something. Seems unlikely, but that is something to keep in mind at least. I think playing low to the jack must be wrong. It does fine when West has 4, but so does ace and then low to the jack. And if East has 4, playing low to the jack takes away all of our leverage, right? East will win the trick and then still have, queen 10-9 over the jack. No way we can... our spots are definitely not good enough that we could finesse, even if we knew exactly what the layout were. So, if East has 4, the only hope is some end play against him, right? As far as I can tell. How would that work? We would want to ruff 2 hearts. And then get to an end position where, okay, so we win this, we cash the ace of spades. That has to be correct. So we'll do that now to clarify what we're talking about later. Of course, East has 4. It's Bridgemaster. So we want to ruff 2 hearts, and then, well, that's one of the things we want to do. We'll talk about order later. We want to cash a bunch of minor suit tricks such that we end in dummy in the 3-card end position, where declarer has king XX of spades, dummy has jack X of spades, and some other card. Probably a diamond, but maybe there's some way it could be a club. Then we lead that suit, and East and South both have nothing but spades left, so East has to ruff. If he ruffs high, we play the king, and then the jack wins, and then we lose one. If he ruffs low, we under ruff, and he has to lead away from the queen. So that's the ending we want to get to. How many dummy entries do we need for this? Well, we need to get there twice to ruff hearts, and then one more time. So 3 times. The auction doesn't tell me anything, does it? No, not really. We have, obviously, 3 dummy entries exactly. Right? A club and 2 diamonds. So I think the only... Well, okay, maybe we could make another dummy entry in diamonds if we needed one for some reason. I'm not sure why we would. But so there's a common theme with hands like this where you need to lead trumps through the only opponent who has any left. Sorry, lead a side suit through someone who has only trumps left. Where, so we could hope that East has 4 spades, 3-3-3, right? In that case, he would have to follow suit to all the roughs and all the minor suit tricks, and it wouldn't matter what order we do anything in. But if his shape is anything but 4-3-3-3, he'll be discarding on one of our side suit tricks, or roughing it early. And if he does get to rough early, it will be game over, because we can't afford to let him win until he has only trumps left. And if we over rough, then he still has 2 trumps later. So if he's 4-3-3-3, we can just do whatever we want. But maybe there's some situation where we're in dummy after cashing 2 clubs and 1 diamond. 2 clubs and 3 diamonds. And dummy's last diamond is a winner. Because the jack fell or we finessed it or something. In that case, could we lead a diamond and say, oh, if East roughs, we... No, I don't think so. Because if we get to a position like that, where dummy has 2 spades, a club, and a diamond, and I have 3 spades and a club, East would also have 2... Sorry, I would have, 3 spades. 3 spades and a club. East would also have 3 spades and a minor suit card. If that card is diamonds, he would have to follow to the last diamond, and that would be fine, because we'd pitch a club, and then we'd lead a club to finesse and play him as before. If that last card is a club, and we try cashing a diamond, he can just rough it, because we can't afford to over-rough him. And we can't afford to pitch a club while he roughs either, because he could just exit a club. So it seems as though we have to guess or determine whether East has 4-3-3-3, or maybe he's 4-3 and then 4 diamonds and 2 clubs. We could survive that if we guessed it and the jack of diamonds fell such that the 10 was a trick. But why do we think that would be true? Actually, wait, do I even need the... Do I need the diamond to be a winner in that case? Maybe I don't. Maybe, suppose East does have 4-3-4-2. We cross in clubs, we rough a heart. We cross in diamonds, we rough a heart. We cash 1 club. The queen of diamonds, the ace of diamonds. East has to follow to all of this, and we're down to having 3 spades and a club in hand. A diamond loser, 2 spades, and a club in dummy. We lead the diamond, and East follows suit. We rough it, and then we can exit a club. So I guess... And that line still works fine if East is 4-3-3-3, doesn't it? Maybe not. Because the entries are wrong? Because I'm in the wrong hand. I need to lead a minor suit from dummy, don't I? When East actually follows suit to the last diamond. Well, but if East is 4-3-3-3, I'll know that, and I can just cash the club. He has to follow to that too, but then I'm stuck in hand. Still. So maybe we have to make sure the club is a late entry to dummy. Cross and diamonds, rough. Cross and diamonds, rough. Queen of diamonds. We do need East to follow to at least 3 diamonds. If he has only 2, we're dead. So then, if he's 3-3, if diamonds are 3-3, we can play 3 rounds of clubs ending in dummy. But if diamonds are 4-2, we can play 2 rounds of clubs ending in dummy, and then lead the last diamond. Yeah, I think that makes sense. We have to preserve the club entry so that we can test diamonds and still have a way back to dummy. The jack is interesting. I don't think I care, though, right? Okay. The suit was 4-2. I don't think I needed the jack to fall here, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're showing me there was some way I could have made it even if East had 4 hearts? If he has a singleton club? I don't think so. Yeah, this works. So was it important that the jack of diamonds fell? I don't think so, right? I would have been perfectly happy to rough the last diamond and then exit a club to East, which he has to rough. Yeah, we will have to, sorry, what? Arrange for trump end play, yes. Dime to dummy, heart rough. Noting the fall of West Jack. He thinks that's very important. Okay, I thought it didn't matter. Yeah, we need him to be 4-3-4-2. We already needed that. If West had followed the 3rd diamond, cash. Yeah, I said that. Okay, so he says noting the fall of the jack of diamonds, but it actually doesn't matter, right? If East has jack 4th, the hand works just fine. If he's 4-3-2-4. Because we can rough the last diamond and then play him with clubs. Okay, well, I'm glad I solved one. We're in 6 spades doubled, and the queen of spades is led. Well, if West has queen jack 10 4th, looks sort of grim, doesn't it? So I think he probably will not have 4. Let's find out. Correct. Okay, so West surely, for his double, has queen jack 10 of spades and some other card that he thinks would win a trick. Probably the ace of clubs, right? Meanwhile, East has like 8 diamonds, including all the honors. I don't think it would be very popular to bid 5 diamonds with only 7. So probably 8. I guess 9 is possible? Okay, worth keeping that in mind, I guess. So it seems as though the thing to do is to end play West into leading a club. away from his ace at a time when we still have a dummy entry, which would have to be hearts. So we need West to have at most 3 hearts, which is plausible. East, with an 8-card diamond suit and 1 spade, is unlikely to have any 3-card suits. So he probably has at most... Well, right, but if West has 4 hearts, we're no good, I think, right? Because we can strip him of all the hearts, but... Well, actually, I guess maybe West could have no diamonds. In which case, the ace of diamonds is an untouchable dummy entry. Okay. So maybe we have to figure out how many hearts West has before we decide whether we're cashing the ace of diamonds. Because if West has only 3 hearts, then we don't need the ace of diamonds as an entry. We can use hearts as an entry. We can afford to cash it in case he has one. Can I cash the king of spades now? I kind of think not. I want to play a heart up. And back. Okay. West has 4 hearts. So we can't use the hearts as an entry to Dummy's Club. Which, as far as I can tell, means we need to clear the hearts and play 2 spades pitching a club. And hope West has only clubs. If that's true, his shape is what? 3, 4, 0, 6? Not impossible by any means. So we can't afford for him to have any diamonds. I think. Yeah, that seems true. I was about to play a club... Sorry. Oh, you know what? I think this is actually not quite right. This play. 9 of clubs to the king. 9 of hearts to the king. Not right. We want to cash the king of hearts as our next heart trick, but that doesn't have to be now. We should try to rough out clubs while we're at it, right? Just in case West's long clubs don't include the ace. We might as well rough these and see if we can get East to drop one. We could even try taking a heart finesse for an extra entry. But then if East wins the jack, it's pretty embarrassing, right? I don't think roughing out the heart or the clubs is going to be that great of a backup line. Can I afford to rough one more here? Rough. King, duck. Yes, I can. He has a diamond. I guess we're dead. I thought I needed him to not have a diamond. Right? Like, I could have cashed the ace of diamonds, but then how am I getting to dummy? So we need to get to a position where West has to lead a club, which can only happen if we've exhausted the heart suit and the spade suit. And then I still need an entry to dummy. Oh, the club would be my entry. Because West has nothing left to lead. I see. So actually here is where we can either play West for 1 diamond or 0. To play for 0 diamonds, we play as I played before, king and a duck spade. To play for 1 diamond, which is more likely, East... Actually, wait, are we even talking about likely? We know that East had 1 spade, 1 heart, and at least 3 clubs. He can't have 9 diamonds. It's impossible. He only has 8 cards left in his hand that are not of those other suits. Well, only 5 left in hand at the moment, but he was only dealt 8 cards that we haven't accounted for, and 9 of them can't be diamonds. So we cash this diamond, and only now end play West. But I think the point of roughing out the clubs was to get the count here and find out whether... Wait, what happened? This doesn't work. Right, of course. I'm not in dummy. I can't afford to lose the ace of clubs. He can just lead it. Okay, what am I missing, Fred? It says you should cash another high trump, but I think it's pretty clear that how the trumps are lying. I don't think you have to do it right away. Rough North's clubs in the south hand. Yeah. I guess that's a fair point. I sort of had this idea of end playing West to lead a club, then I rough it and cross back to dummy. But I can't actually do that if West has a diamond. Well, if he has 4 hearts. So I think if he has 3 hearts, my line would have worked, right? Because I could have preserved a hard entry to dummy. So that after I lose a spade... Sorry, preserve the... After I cash the diamond and then lose the spade, West would have no hearts and dummy would still have a hard entry. So that would work if West were like 3-3-1-6, right? Which seems totally possible. Yeah, I get it. You can finesse in hearts to make an extra hard entry. King to the ace. Sure. I sort of wish he had mentioned my line and like what makes it less good than this one. Is the appropriate holding just less likely? I don't know. 3-3-1-6 seems about as likely as 3-4. Well, no, it's definitely less likely. 3-4-1-5? I don't know. They're both... They're both not super unlikely. Alright, well, I'll go down, I guess. Next deal, please. East has opened one no trump, which should help us with locating the high card points outstanding, and West is leading the king of diamonds, which finds us probably most of the rest. Ugh. Okay, I have 7 high card points. Dummy has 13. West is apparently showing 5. Wait, Mathian, 7 and 13 is 20. 5 over here. East has 15 at least for one no. So indeed, East has every honor except the king and queen of diamonds. So we can't afford for West to get on lead and put a heart through is basically the issue, right? My first inclination is to win the ace and then lead the king of clubs, apparently taking a trump finesse, but then we don't win. East plays the ace and we don't ruff. We just pitch our diamond so he can't get back to West. Then we just need to arrange for a spade entry to dummy at the end, which requires East not to have all 3 spades, I think. I guess there's also the risk that after ace of diamonds, club pitching a diamond, East could play like ace of hearts, heart. And then maybe he can give his partner a heart ruff on the last, after when he wins a spade? But no, there aren't enough spades out there for that. East has at least 2 of them. West has at most 1. So East isn't giving away any ruffs. I think this makes sense. I'm not ruffing this. You can't make me. Now, is it okay to ruff with the 2 here? Maybe, but I don't think there's a good reason to. Okay, so West shows out. This is the difficult part. Yeah, this looks impossible now. If I play the queen of spades, East has to let me win it. But he doesn't mind, right? And then on another spade, East wins, but he's not end played because he has a diamond exit now that dummy is out of spades. And I'll still be stuck with a spade and 2 heart losers, in addition to one I've lost already. And yet, I don't think any other early play would make any sense. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, wait an actual minute. What are East spades, after all? They're ace 4-7, right? So if I hadn't played this king, suppose I had tried to get to dummy with the 10. If the suit is 2-1, then I'm fine anyway, because this 2 is a late entry with dummy's 5. But now, if East actually does have all 3, he has to win the ace, because he can't let me get to dummy. Probably. And then he can't exit any. There's nothing he can return that doesn't let me in dummy, I think. He either has to lead away from the 7 or lead the 7. And either way, the 6 is an entry. But I guess what he can do is this and hope. Well, I have to hope he doesn't rough clubs too soon. But probably he will, right? I need him to have an awful lot of clubs for this to work. Yeah, see? This doesn't work either. Alright, let's just let them win some tricks here and look at a layout. So what was I supposed to do about this? If at trick 2... Well, okay. At trick 1, if I duck, West just wins, shifts to a heart, and I'm down. So obviously I have to win trick 1. And if I do anything but pitch my diamond on a club, East, at his first opportunity, will cross to West in diamonds and get a heart through, and I'm down. So I think those first 2 plays must be right. But what do I do about that? Did I actually still not rough high enough? What if I had roughed with the king and tried playing the 8 to the 10 instead of the 2 to the 10? That doesn't make any difference, does it? He still wins the ace and returns the 4. Well... But then when he roughs a club, I can overrough and still get back to dummy with a small spade? Hang on, was that actually available to me in this line where I gave up? It wasn't. So I think that was the issue. I didn't rough high enough. I said roughing low is obviously dumb. I'll rough with the 8. But actually I think the 9 and 8 are both too important to spend roughing. We play the king and then the 9 to the 10. Now, sure, he lets me in. But importantly, after he roughs, I can get back again. Yeah, okay. Well, that's cute. I had some of the right idea. I definitely didn't have the answer because I got it wrong. But I found a lot of the key points, which I'm happy with. You know, a shame to miss one, but I've certainly done worse at these world-class problems, level 5. Yeah, I don't know. Somehow I just didn't think the 9 and 8 could be... the difference between the 9, 8 and King, Queen, Jack just doesn't seem... it didn't strike me as quickly as the difference as the importance of the lowest spades. I thought, okay, we want to preserve our low spades to get to dummy. Fine. But I wonder, could I actually have still roughed with the 8 as long as I then played 9 to the 10? I think so. East plays the 4, and we let it go around to the 6, and we do the same thing. Okay, let's see what Fred has to say about it. You have to win a shift, yep. Lead a club from dummy, discard, yep. It says you rough high. Oh, I guess that's an important point I didn't really think about. I was thinking, oh, if I play low, West follows. If I lead the 9 and West follows, I was going to play the 10, which I think is fine because East can win this, but we still have a late entry on the 5. But Fred points out that if West follows, you can also play low here, since you know East has at least 2 spades. You'll know the layout, and the 9 forces you get 1 entry either way. But I don't know. I think it seems simpler to unconditionally overtake the 10. But fine. Yeah, okay. So nothing special to say, just describing what the line was. And I missed some things, like, first of all, I can't ever lead a single top spade. I have to use all my low spades as attempts to get to dummy, basically. Or rather, use all of dummy's spades as potential entries. Throwing 1 under the king is suicidal, and I didn't see that. And then the other thing about needing to lead 9 to the 10 instead of 2 to the 10, I should have spotted that. Oh well. A decent result anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.